Hello everyone, welcome to GameTechUK and another bus sim video. So I've just got back from EGX Resd 2019, the indie game show from London's Tobacco Dock, and there I met up with the PR team from Astragon Entertainment, the people who are in charge of publishing bus sim. Had a chat with Carsten. Well, I'm going to show you that section of the video in a second. Before we get to that, a couple of things to mention. I sat down and had hands-on play with the PlayStation 4 version. Aside from a couple of little optimization issues, because it is an unfinished version, few frame rate issues at the start of the game and long loading times. Apart from that, absolutely fantastic. There's no news yet on whether we're going to get a Pro or an Xbox X optimized version. This was in 1080p, but it looked fantastic. Everyone loved it. The stand was really busy, well received. Everyone was having fun. It was fantastic to see and to be part of. So I sat down, had a good play. The control scheme works absolutely awesome. Left on the D-pad will bring up the action menu, you know, the radial dial that I showed you before. But actually, throughout my bus trip, I really used that. You pull into, use the bumpers for left and right indicators. You press the square to open both doors. You use the left analog to do the ticket machine. It was really intuitive. There was no steering wheels there, and apparently they're still working on steering wheel support. It's going to happen, but they are still working on it. It was a real positive experience to be playing the game on the console. The only bad news is it's not coming in spring. Apparently it was never promised in spring. Now, I beg to differ a little bit, and I'm sure that we were told on the first announcement that it was coming in spring, but now the official date is it's coming later in the year. So there is a little bit of bad news, but as always, I would rather wait to get them optimizations done, to get that steering wheel support working properly. You know, it's a positive that they're still working on it. There's plenty of answers, questions that have been answered in the video I'm about to show you now. So let's get on with that and hear from Carsten.
Yeah, I'm Carsten from Astragon Entertainment. I'm the PR and community manager for the game.
So did you always plan for a console release, or was it off the feedback or the sales of the PC version?
It was because of the feedback.
Was it?
The console version players were crying for a console version of Bus Simulator, and so we thought, yeah, let's try it.
Oh, okay.
And so now we're trying our first step out of the consoles, yes.
Yeah, so it wasn't planned initially?
No.
Oh, that's really interesting. And how easy was it to get the port from the PC using the Unreal Engine?
It wasn't that easy at all.
Okay.
We thought it should be easier, but it wasn't. The team is still working on it to optimize it and to optimize the controls for the game and so on. Yeah.
Because they're still working on it as we speak, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. And the build we got here, how far do you think of completion this build is?
It's nearly completed. There are some parts missing, like the steering wheel support that we are currently working on, and that will be implemented too. Yeah. So the main game is finally is nearly finished right now, but they're still working on some optimizations and polishing. Yes.
So how hard was it to get the control scheme from the PC? You know, having access to the whole keyboard, the mouse, onto the PlayStation and Xbox controller. How hard was that? That
wasn't that easy at all. The PC version is already compatible with gamepads and so on and steering wheels, but you have the map thing. If you make your routes on the map, this is one part on the PC version which you could always do with mouse only. Yeah. And now for the console version you can do all the route things with the controllers too, and that wasn't that easy at all yet, because you have limited buttons to do so, and it was a long process to get it working as it does now. Yeah,
and the fact that you haven't had a beta as such, how do you go about testing to see how that comes across as a player? Who do you test it with?
We have professional testing teams and in-house teams, and we were all testing this to get it as good as possible. The feedback is good right now, yes.
So are you expecting it to be more popular than the PC version?
Good question. We will be excited what will happen. Yeah. There are many players who asked for this version, and the community is full of people who want a console version, and now we will see. The PC version was very popular, and I hope the console version will too.
Yeah, I love it. As you know, I play it on the channel. My community are absolutely crying out for this game. Moving on to that, what plans have you got for post-launch in terms of DLC and mod support for the console?
There's a number of plans. We already planned a number of features and DLCs for the PC version, like new buses. The first bus DLC with the new MAN buses is already been released on Steam, and the same things will appear for the console version too at a later time. So we are currently working on more DLCs, a map extension, new buses, and some new features. So are the versions going to pretty much run simultaneously? Yes. At a later time, we want to merge it.
So I know the PC version hasn't got VR support. Is that something we could possibly see coming to the console?
It would be nice, but currently it isn't planned. At first we have to finish the game and to port it to the console and optimize it finally. Entering VR support would be nice and is maybe an option for the future, but I don't think for this version right now. So.
A big question that I'm always asked is Bus Simulator on the console going to have mod support?
Modding on consoles isn't that easy in all because of the console manufacturers to get in there with stuff that isn't approved isn't that easy in all. So currently we can't integrate it, and this may be an option for later time.
So when development's over and Bus Simulator is released on the console, what happens to the development team? Do they move on to other titles, or are you going to have some people behind working on sort of post-launch content?
Currently the team is still working on the PC version as well as the console version, and this will happen in the future too. Currently our plan is to support, to create new things around the next year. So we have long-time plans for the game, so there will be new stuff coming.
And in terms of the map, have you got plans to expand the map? And if so, could it go to a different location? Will it always be based around where we are currently?
The map is a Seaside Valley map, and currently we are working on a map extension for Seaside Valley. So a new part of the map will be opened in the future in form of a DLC,
Would that be free or is that paid for? Don't you know?
We'll talk about it later.
No, that's fine. Well, thank you very much, Carsten. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm really, really looking forward to the release of Bus Simulator on the consoles.